Welcome to the No Views News. This program was created on Monday, January 25th, at 8:25 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, by Zeno Reader. There are 596 headlines from 108 things we check to build this automated report. Welcome to No Views, daily automated podcast news. The headlines in this super unknown daily news summary do not imply fact-checking or endorsement of ideas. The first headlines are from the current most popular news site, Yahoo News, with 175 million estimated monthly unique visitors. COVID-19, why the U.S. hasn't hit vaccine targets so far. Biden plans to sign order for government to buy more U.S. goods. India, China soldiers brawl again along disputed frontier. China is spreading conspiracy theories that the coronavirus was created in an American lab and that a U.S.-created vaccine is killing the elderly. House sending Trump impeachment to Senate, GOP opposes trial. Let's get real. Joe Biden, Democrats and America need results much more than unity. AP source, Biden to drop Trump's military transgender ban. Trump advisor claims the former president has no plans for third political party. Jessica Porter rallies to beat Kang in playoff at LPGA opener. Sturgeon refuses to say if she would quit if it is found she lied over Salmond. The next headlines are from the second most popular news website at this time, with 150 million unique monthly visitors, Google News. Tesla, GameStop, COVID relief, Tom Brady 5 things you must know Monday, The Street. Biden will sign executive order aimed at strengthening American manufacturing, CNN. MAGA media looks to turn White House briefing room into a battlefield, Politico. Janelle Evans says her mom blocked her amid renewed drama over Jay's custody, Yahoo Entertainment. Healthy, young Americans will likely get COVID-19 vaccine in mid to late summer, expert says, CNN. Navalny protests, EU to consider next steps after Russia carries out mass arrests, The Guardian. Super Bowl LV could determine whether Patrick Mahomes will ever surpass Tom Brady as football's GOAT, Yahoo Sports. Newsom expected to cancel regional stay-at-home orders, Los Angeles Times. In ambulances, an unseen, unwelcome passenger, COVID-19, Yahoo Lifestyle. Mass murder, Indianapolis shooting kills 5 including pregnant woman, The Guardian. The following headlines are from the third most popular news website, with 110 million unique monthly visitors, The Huffington Post. U.S. to escalate tracking of COVID variants as confirmed cases top 25 million. How to save more money when you order groceries online. How to make office small talk less awkward and fake online. 13 moisturizing products for your body that the dermatologists swear by. Biden pushes elusive Buy American goal with new federal contract guidelines. Final fact-checker numbers show just how nuts Trump's last year really was. New Zealand confirms first coronavirus case in months. Disney World call center operator helps woman escape domestic violence. California has its own coronavirus variant, researchers reveal. Josh Hawley's latest hypocritical complaint mocked by left and right alike. The next headlines are from the fourth most popular news website, with 95 million estimated unique monthly visitors, CNN. Volunteers collect over 100 bags of trash at lake. Car meetup raises money for good cause. Looking to travel? New Iowa app lists fun spots. Family mourns loss of 12-year-old killed in crash. Bank building with basketball, pickleball courts. 18-wheeler carrying load of honeybees flips. School district apologizes for newsletter photo. Snow, ice sculptures going up for winter carnival. OK deer hunters achieve record-breaking 2020 to 2021 harvest. 12-year-old committing to helping families in need. The next headlines are from the fifth most popular news website at this time, with 70 million estimated unique monthly visitors, The New York Times. Biden is vowing to reopen schools quickly. It won't be easy. Alexei Navalny and the future of Russia. Virus variants push nations to lock down and zip up borders. Bars and gyms and salons are open in Brazil, but not schools. The unrelenting spread of the virus in dozens of zip codes. Amazon union drive takes hold in unlikely place. Are we ready for a Monday without Trump? Even for bargain hunters, green cars make sense. Biden to sign executive order bolstering Buy American provisions. How the three Diallo sisters were finally able to connect to their classes. The following headlines are from the sixth most popular news website, with an estimated 65 million monthly unique visitors, Fox News. Hawley calls for ethics investigation into Dems who filed complaint against him. Mexico's president tests positive for COVID-19. Being fit doesn't outweigh the dangers of obesity, new study suggests. UK doctor warns world may need annual COVID-19 vaccine due to variants. Effort to oust California's Newsom nears key threshold. Washington monument lights go out, investigation underway. Tacoma protest, dozens gather where police cruiser hit pedestrians, light fires, damage buildings. Newsom expected to lift California's stay-at-home order, reports. House Judiciary GOP pans media coverage of Hunter Biden bagel run. Chinese warplanes entered Taiwan airspace days after Biden takes office. You are hearing today's top news headlines and more. Today is Monday, January 25th. The next headlines are from the 7th most popular news website, with 63 million estimated monthly unique visitors, CBS News. Customer leaves $1,400 tip at Colorado bakery with message COVID sucks. Boston Children's Hospital employees announce engagement while getting vaccinated together. The next headlines are from the 8th most popular news website, with an estimated 53 million monthly unique visitors, Mail Online, the Daily Mail. Cabinet split over coronavirus hotel quarantine plans. Furious MP summon Gavin Williamson to Commons over schools plan. Ex-Man United star Ronnie Wahlberg, 43, is accused of fracturing man's eye socket during pub brawl. Ryanair withdraws jab and go ad after Irish advertising watchdog rules it was misleading. Frank Lampard set to be sacked by Chelsea today. Major boost in Britain's battle to send coronavirus packing as 80% say they'll have jab. Chaos before Colston 4 hearing, police detain cyclist towing boombox blasting reggae. NHS's vaccination targets are on course as 491,970 people get the jab in one day. Self-isolating, people share snaps of their very impressive snowmen. Antifa protesters descend on Tacoma after cops ran over man. The following headlines are from the 9th most popular news website, with an estimated 47 million monthly unique visitors, The Washington Post. This is The Washington Post World News Feed. Trump's travel bans caused heartache and suffering, for what? Virtual summit seeks to galvanize climate change adaptation. Violence erupts in Israel's ultra-Orthodox neighborhoods over COVID restrictions. Soldiers injured in fresh border skirmish between India and China. Dutch politicians condemn weekend rioting of curfew started. North Korea's acting ambassador to Kuwait defects to the south. Judge orders Uganda's Bobi Wine freed from house arrest. Group, Pakistani Baloch dissident buried amid high security. Syrian refugees in Lebanon are under pressure as never before, but they say Syria is still too unsafe to return. The next headlines are from the 10th most popular news website, which has an estimated 42 million monthly unique visitors, The Guardian. This is The Guardian's US news feed. Coronavirus will hive news. Dutch PM condemns COVID riots. Australia suspends ANZ travel bubble. Trump impeachment. Nancy Pelosi to formally send article of impeachment to Senate today. Hive updates. Grief, anger and a curfew as Pakistani activist Karima Baloch buried. Central African Republic suffers food shortages as rebels cut off capital. 4 Palmas football players and club president killed in Brazil plane crash. Texas governor's hands-off approach to COVID-19 has allowed the virus to thrive. Mitch McConnell plays the long game to retain some power as it slips away. Someone you loved, how British pop could fade out in Europe. Ugandan court rules Bobi Wine house arrest illegal. Arsenal win race to sign Real Madrid midfielder Martin Deckard on loan. The following headlines are from the 12th most popular news website, with an estimated 36 million monthly unique visitors, ABC News. Girl, 15, stabbed to death in grocery store during fight with 4 younger girls. Biden set to sign Made in America executive order. Protest erupts over police car driving through crowd. AP source, lawmakers threatened ahead of impeachment trial. White House begins talks with lawmakers on COVID-19 relief. Ex-cop avoids federal lockup, faces state charges and beating. The next headlines are from the 13th most popular news website, with an estimated 35 million monthly unique visitors, the BBC News. Sikkim, Chinese and Indian troops in new border clash. Keira Knightley rules out sex scenes directed by men. China mine rescue, 9 found dead during rescue in Shandong province. Earnings of wealthiest 10 men during pandemic could buy vaccines for all. Uganda order to end Bobi Wine's house arrest. Russia Navalny protests, Kremlin hits out at West as it downplays rallies. COVID, police and protesters clash during Dutch curfew demo. Flaming Lips stage unique space bubble concert in Oklahoma. Protecting the last wild lions in Africa. North Korea diplomat defects to South Korea, reports. The following headlines are from the 14th most popular news website, with an estimated 34 million monthly unique visitors, USA Today. Indianapolis shooting, 5 people, unborn child found dead in home early Sunday. Your kid might not return to a classroom this year. Are teachers' unions to blame? Coronavirus updates. 2 in 5 Americans live where hospitals are at capacity. COVID-19 vaccines may be less effective against variants. Snow in Southern California, another storm coming. AP Top Stories January 25th. Fans celebrate as Tampa Bay, KC go to Super Bowl. Surging virus leads to new field hospital in NC. Unlikely pair try to bridge political chasm. Today in history for January 25th. 5 killed, 1 wounded in Indianapolis home shooting. The next headlines are from the 15th most popular news website, with an estimated 35.5 million monthly unique visitors, the LA Times. Come on, government, it shouldn't be this hard getting COVID-19 vaccine into people's arms. Newsom expected to cancel California's regional coronavirus stay-at-home orders. Discovery of missing woman's body at Yosemite went undisclosed for nearly a week. Long Beach cuts off gas service to restaurant that refused to stop serving patio diners. A little wetter and a little colder, next storm due Monday, with more to follow. Former TSA agent convicted, sentenced after tricking woman into baring her breasts at Lax. The women who brought down burger records. In a stab at equity, LA hospital vaccinates older relatives of housekeeping staff. Need a lot of both. Will California's vaccine ramp up squeeze out COVID-19 testing? Rare snowfall in Malibu results in flurry of excitement. We hope you are enjoying this news podcast. Today is Monday, January 25th, 2021. You just heard from the top 15 most popular news websites in the world. More from other news sources is up next. Next, Reddit World News. Reddit is a user collective which claims over 430 million active users per month, and these are the top voted stories today. Jailed Kremlin critic Navalny, on protest eve, says has no plans to commit suicide and act his mental and physical health is in good condition. A French court will on Monday hear a case against more than a dozen multinationals, accused by a French-Vietnamese woman of causing grievous harm to her and others by selling the Agent Orange defoliant to the U.S. government, which used it to devastating effect in the Vietnam War. Migrant recoup COVID losses in record time, yet billions will live in poverty for at least a decade. Oxfam International. Lung scans show COVID-19 can leave severe damage, even in those who didn't have symptoms. Trump administration quietly eased sanctions on Israeli billionaire. 750 people murdered in Ethiopia as the church with their ark is located is attacked. 19 burned bodies found near Mexico's border town. U.S. rejoins fight against climate change at high-level summit. Russia accuses U.S. of meddling in its domestic affairs as thousands arrested at pro-Navalny rallies. Mexican president tests positive for COVID-19. The symptoms are mild, but I am already under medical treatment. For the first time in 200 years, a new blue pigment is up for sale. Most UK voters believe Scotland will be independent by 2030. WhatsApp loses millions of users after terms update. People who have received the COVID-19 vaccine could still pass the virus on to others and should continue following lockdown rules. More than half of the people in Northern Ireland want a referendum on a united Ireland, poll finds. The next headlines are from Forbes. Australia blocks travel as New Zealand confirms its first new COVID-19 case in months. India's fears of a taper tantrum have a history problem. How can India pick a team to play England in 2 weeks? Coronavirus boosts cheap cars, but European manufacturers will lose out to Chinese, report. Just Eat Takeaway, Grubhub, Deliveroo, and Uber Eats cook up a global delivery war. 5 new series coming to Netflix in February that are worth a binge. Super Bowl LV to feature Patrick Mahomes versus Tom Brady for 5th time. What's the antidote for 2020? What this movie says about kindness. The Los Angeles Chargers believe they made a winning choice in Brandon Staley. More Korean artists charted top 10 albums in the US in 2020 than in every other year combined. The next headlines are from Nature.com. My 2020 as an alien PhD student in New York. Loss of furin cleavage site attenuates SARS-CoV-2 pathogenesis. Global absence and targeting of protective immune states in severe COVID-19. The World Population Update. Currently, we are increasing by over 220,000 people a day, expecting to reach 8 billion in 2023. At the time this report was generated, the population was estimated to be 7,681,653,081 humans. Worldometers.info says there are 195 countries at this time, and, of those, the top 10 with the largest populations are, in order, China, India, the United States, Indonesia, Pakistan, Brazil, Nigeria, Bangladesh, Russia, and then Mexico. The next headlines are from Variety. European film promotion and Sundance team for first time on Europe Hub. Keira Knightley reveals discomfort of male gaze. I just rather not stand in front of a group of men naked. DCD takes international rights for Guy Pearce's Jack Irish, Hellbent, US sold to Acorn TV exclusive. Sky rolls out 125 films and TV shows in 2021, plans for future without HBO output deal. China box office, big red envelope opens with $8 million weekend. CBS cheers starry Super Bowl lineup, Kansas City's Patrick Mahomes versus Tampa Bay's Tom Brady. Alberto Grimaldi, producer of The Good, The Bad and the Ugly and Gangs of New York, dies at 95. Seth Rogen and Ted Cruz clash on Twitter over Paris Climate Agreement and Disney's Fantasia. Asia Argento accuses Fast and the Furious director Rob Cohen of sexual assault. Box office, The Marksman captures top spot with $2 million, bleak times for movie theaters. The following headlines are from NPR, National Public Radio. Angered by new coronavirus restrictions, protesters in Netherlands clash with police. Biden aims to close loopholes in federal Buy American provisions. Tough decisions ahead for Biden's incoming Solicitor General. Some seniors face shrinking nest eggs as they care for loved ones during pandemic. House poised to transmit article of impeachment against Trump to Senate. Protect pregnant women through research, not from research, OBGYN surge. Fatal police shootings of unarmed black people reveal troubling patterns. Biden to implement travel restrictions to combat new coronavirus variants. Mexican President López Obrador tests positive for COVID-19. Social media fueled Russian protests despite government attempts to censor. The following headlines are from The Week. Josh Hawley knows exactly what he's doing. The media has to do better than this. Trump must be prosecuted. 6 books that inspired Angie Thomas' latest novel. Fauci jokes he was the skunk at Trump's COVID-19 picnic. U.S. COVID-19 hospitalizations have plateaued, but intensive care units are full and struggling in much of the country. Colleagues shocked that nerdy Justice Department official joined Trump's election overthrow effort. Maryland man finds his calling in retirement, fixing hundreds of bikes at no charge. Indiana community surprises longtime pizza delivery man with a new car. 3 reasons West Virginia's COVID-19 vaccination effort is working so well. The next headlines are from Universe Today. A new idea to harness energy from black holes. Starships will be launching from these oil drilling platforms built by SpaceX. 3D printing on the moon, from regolith to paste to useful objects and structures. Massive binary stars huddle up surprisingly quickly. The largest sea on Titan could be over 300 meters deep. These are the news headlines for today, Monday, January 25th. This podcast is produced only in English at this time. As of 2020, the Ethnologue reference lists 7,117 different human languages, with English being the 3rd most common, after Mandarin Chinese and Spanish. The following headlines are from earthsky.org. Update on the 7 Earth-sized planets orbiting nearby TRAPPIST-1. What do redshifts tell astronomers? Opinion, Biden administration must act fast to save migratory birds. Identify stars in the winter circle. The next news is from Politico. Biden's first 100 days. 5 things to know about the European Union's new Google cases. MAGA media looks to turn White House briefing room into a battlefield. Antithesis of the rule of law, prosecutors revolt against LA social justice changes. Opinion, how to calm America's 100-year storm. Biden confronts a budget office broken by Trump. Trump goes MIA as former aides deal with the harm he caused them. Black women decry leadership ceiling in Congress. Newsom to lift stay-at-home orders across California. Sarah Huckabee Sanders expected to announce gubernatorial bid. The next headlines are from the Sydney Morning Herald in Australia. Kerry O'Brien refuses Order of Australia after Margaret Court honour. Australia Day honours tilted towards the rich and powerful. Target time and super quiz, Tuesday, January 26th. Guns, 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 with some money and diamonds. It costs us nothing, Australian of the Year says change the date. Eat my fear, Australian of the Year Grace Tame on surviving child sex abuse. Back in the game, how Steve Walward fought Greenberg to cricket. This is the only way we can respond, Brisbane Invasion Day rally expected to draw thousands. Man dies after being pulled from water at North Narrabeen. Below our expectations, Fox Sports apologizes for W League glitches. The next headlines are from MarketWatch. Peter Morici, Biden can forge bipartisan cooperation with a bold infrastructure program. The big move, I'm shopping for a home, but worry about catching COVID-19. What rules must real estate agents follow to keep me safe? Service now joins COVID-19 vaccine distribution effort. Netflix paid just $4.4 million in UK taxes in 2019 despite reaping $1.3 billion from subscribers. Kelly Blue Book, what it's like to drive the 2021 Alfa Romeo Giulia. NerdWallet, are they coming for your car? How to handle repossession. NerdWallet, is your life insurance company cool with marijuana? Next Avenue, how the pandemic has impacted technology for older adults. Europe markets, earnings help nudge European stocks higher, while airlines hit by Biden tightening restrictions. Keywords, Burke says Trump was fed misleading parallel data about coronavirus. Next, the top stories about patents and inventions. Apple updates and refines their VR headset finger accessories invention, patently Apple. New Orleans, Baton Rouge area people in business, NOLA.com. The next headlines are from Quartz. How cities can fill the gaps in COVID-19 vaccine communication. With a new policy, India aims to understand the impact of the Arctic region on its monsoon. What to expect from a virtual Davos. Will the COVID-19 vaccine work on the new variants? A design challenge helps DIYers solve the problems of lockdown life. The science behind why people turn to gardening to cope with stress. The science-backed ways to make your home a happier place to be. Inside Amazon, Google, and Apple's fight to build the smart home of the future. How the rooftop solar industry is changing, and what it means for homeowners. The coronavirus in winter may be worse than scientists thought. The following headlines are from TechDirt. Funniest, most insightful comments of the week at TechDirt. We are now about 1/3 of the way through this daily news headlines podcast, a free service. Here, next, are the top trending keywords in Google web searches for today, a different window on world events. Rand Paul. Tony Romo. Mar-a-Lago. Brett Favre. Manny Pacquiao. Tacoma. Green Bay weather. Kate Hudson. Ted Cruz. DraftKings. The next headlines are from RT, the first Russian news station in English. Angry mob trashes businesses, creates burning barricade in protest at Tacoma, police plowing through crowd. Russia ramps up gold production despite pandemic. Chelsea to sack Frank Lampard after dismal run of form as Abramovich set to appoint Tuchel. Prologue anti-war activists, or right-wing extremists, internet goes ballistic after Jimmy Dore interviews Boogaloo member. Australia approves Pfizer COVID-19 vaccine but warns supply issues could impact distribution. I'm a free agent, Khabib jokes he's preparing for football debut after shutting door on McGregor rematch and UFC return, video. He cannot even look at him, fans in hysterics at image of clenched fist Klopp and Fernandes after Man UTD dump Liverpool out of cup. Influential Russian Senator Klimov accuses foreign spooks of helping to organize weekend protests in support of Navalny. Paris considers third nationwide lockdown as COVID-19 situation remains worrying. There should be no vicious competition, China dismisses reports India engages in COVID-19 vaccine diplomacy. The next headlines are from Zero Hedge. Will Venezuela go to war over oil? Samsung eyes new $10 billion Texas semiconductor plant. Eurostar near collapse, begs for bailout, becomes hot potato. Europe remains in lockdown mode. Mysterious group claims responsibility for recent attack on Saudi capital. Trump's potential legacy, 50 million plus enemies of the state. Australia hits back at Google, Facebook, it's inevitable you'll soon pay for hosting Australian news. If Facebook is private, why are they feeding users private messages directly to the FBI? One city has an office market that is even more dire than New York's. Seattle interim police chief announces tougher policy on protest vandalism. The following headlines are from Al Jazeera, Middle East News. Nearly 500,000 killed by extreme weather disasters in 20 years. Israel extradites woman wanted for sex crimes to Australia. Turkey, Saudi Arabia improve ties after Gulf crisis ends. Iran seeks clarification from Indonesia on seizure of its tanker. Pakistan Taliban commanders killed in northwest, Pakistani army. Ugandan court orders police to lift Bobi Wine's house arrest. Remembering Tahrir Square, 10 years on. Nepal's caretaker PM removed from governing Communist Party. EU's response to Russian crackdown on pro-Navalny rallies. How COVID-19 has changed the rules of the game in the aid sector. The next headlines are from Breitbart. Mexican president tests positive for COVID-19. Dick Morris, Democrats are the most vicious winners there are. Levin, nothing that Joe Biden has done since his inauguration speech demonstrates any form of unity, it's conformity. Dershowitz, calls to disbar Giuliani McCarthyism, I would defend him to the depth of my being. Leftists smear two-time war veteran Senator Tom Cotton over nearly decade-old campaign ads. Hunter Biden stops presidential motorcade to make bagel run. Several Super Bowl advertisers bow out over fear of offending viewers. Pinkerton, in dealing with big tech, the American people need a seat at the table. Cotton on troop presence at U.S. Capitol, I don't think that's necessary. Native American tribe calls Joe Biden's drilling freeze a direct attack on sovereignty. The next headlines are from Odd, Strange and Bizarre Things. 6 strange jobs from around the world. 10 craziest sports in the world. 10 weirdest celebrity baby names. The following headlines are from goodnewsnetwork.org. Clever Australian shepherd appears to outsmart owner, so he can get 2 treats. This life-changing backward walker is helping people move forward, hands-free. IKEA buys 11,000 acres of U.S. forest to keep it from being developed. Volunteers remove 9,200 lbs of trash from one of the dirtiest rivers in the U.S. You're tuned to No Views, daily automated podcast news. This is a report for Monday, January 25th. Thank you for listening. The next headlines are from Reddit Offbeat News. Wedding ring found in septic truck in Concord reunited with owner. DJ Khaled and Fat Joe make a joint OnlyFans account. Man who punched cop during Capitol riot has brother in Secret Service who is friends with Michelle Obama, the Huffington Post has revealed. BBC educational film tells 9-year-olds there are over 100 gender identities. Recompose, the first human composting funeral home in the U.S., is now open for business. The coronavirus kills mink, so they too may get a vaccine. The Great Wikipedia Teddy Scandal, the story of a Wikipedia administrator gone mad with 80,000 blue pages, and an unhinged trial that would dictate the site's NSFW future. Spanish woman who died of COVID returned 10 days later, newspaper. SAW agent convicted of tricking woman into showing him her breasts at lax. I wouldn't give the dog back either. The next headlines are from a site called The Next Web. Engineers have built machines to scrub CO2 from the air, and it could halt climate change. Not all developers want to be leaders, but here's how to help the ones that do. SpaceX breaks India's record by launching 143 satellites on a single rocket. GameStop stocks hit record high, thanks to Redditors. Winning the web means winning Google searches. This $29 SEO training can get it done. Here are 15 of the most asked Node.js interview questions. Earth has been habitable for billions of years. Simulations show it was just luck. This is a reading of news headlines. This broadcast was created on Monday, January 25th from over 100 sources, to give you a bigger picture of the news. The next headlines are from the Salt Lake Tribune. Utah asks federal officials to confirm state is getting its fair share of COVID-19 vaccine. Exclusive, Utah declines to disclose when vaccines arrive or who gets them, while pharmacies dispute doses are sitting on shelves. Utah basketball's latest loss tough to stomach, and Larry Kristkowiak didn't hide it. The Jazz had the league's best three-point attack, but they learned much of it in Bogdanovic's absence. State colleges, Utah women's basketball team stifles Arizona State in 65-51 victory. Rollover on SR 190 in Big Cottonwood Canyon injures 4, shuts down traffic both ways. Saturday snowstorm brings out the skiers, as well as the traffic jams and avalanche warnings. Coronavirus in Utah, though daily positive rate climbs back over 20%, week-long numbers reflect some good trends. 2 in 5 Americans live where COVID-19 strange hospital intensive care units. Timothy Egan, a president can govern in poetry. The next headlines are from Slashdot, tech news for nerds. BP slashes its oil exploration team by 85%, starts switching to renewables. 10 years after its discontinuation, some fans still love Microsoft's Zune MP3 player. Does Facebook have a Joe Biden problem? Dropping WhatsApp, despite privacy concerns, nostalgia drives users to ICQ. Andrew Yang proposes a local currency, sees growing support for universal basic income. Despite SolarWinds cyber attack, Microsoft's Azure business predicted to benefit. More companies are joining tech exodus from California. We messed up, Microsoft rescinds Xbox Live Gold price hike. Ant Group sponsors reality competition show about programmers. When Adobe stopped Flash content, it also stopped a Chinese railroad. The next headlines are from Fox St. Louis. North St. Louis County Mayor's blessed Page administration over effort to oust Black County Council chairwoman. Child dies at hospital following Central West End double shooting. Sam Page, hundreds of thousands of county residents have pre-registered for COVID vaccine. COVID-19 vaccine access expands to seniors over 65, essential workers in Illinois. Illinois Metro East moving to Tier 2 Monday as city-owned buildings reopen to public. Illinois logs another 3,292 COVID-19 cases and 40 deaths. The mentality that sets Patrick Mahomes apart from the rest. Missouri last in the nation on vaccine rollout. Missouri adds 2,137 COVID cases, 7-day case average is lowest in 3 months. Illinois woman sentenced to 18 months prison in medical hoax. These are the current headlines from the world's most interesting news websites. Thank you for listening. The next headlines are from Fox San Diego. Governor Newsom expected to lift stay-at-home order. How much do Super Bowl LV tickets cost right now? San Diego reports 1,637 new cases of COVID-19, 31 deaths. Volunteers search for missing Potrero man. Second of 3 storms to hit San Diego County Sunday. Biden to reinstate COVID-19 travel rules, add South Africa. This is the time, San Diego Congressman on immigration reform. The next headlines are from spooknews.com. Mossad chief to meet Biden to press Israeli demands on Iran nuclear deal, report. Netanyahu to dispatch Mossad chief to meet Biden and outline Israel's demands for Iran nuclear deal overhaul, reports, RT World News. TV, Mossad chief to meet Biden, set out terms for overhaul of Iran nuclear deal. Ex-CIA engineer tells judge he's incarcerated like an animal. Carer caught on hidden camera abusing vulnerable pensioner. Report, Mossad chief to meet with Biden on Iran deal revamp. Mossad chief to meet Biden, push Iran nuke deal red lines, Israel to approve normalization accord with Morocco. Report, Mossad chief to meet with Biden, present terms for Iran deal Hamodia.com. 12 hidden iPhone features we discovered after installing iOS 14. Week in review, Active Directory security, DNS mask vulnerabilities, how to select a fraud detection solution, help net security. The following headlines are from Defense Blog. Royal Air Force awards contract to Spirit Aerosystems for uncrewed fighter jet. South Korea develops new armored command vehicle. Russia develops next-generation heavy interceptor. Wreckage of Russia's new missile was found in Syria. British Army awards contract to Elbit Systems for high-end surveillance system. U.S. Army MQ-1C drone conducted emergency landing in Niger. This is the No Views, daily automated podcast news. Today, in the GMT time zone, is Monday, January 25, 2021. Now, more headlines. The next headlines are from KRON4 San Francisco. Governor Newsom to lift CA's stay-at-home order Monday, source. Biden to drop Trump's military transgender ban, AP source. Mexico's president says he's tested positive for COVID-19. California may prioritize age above all for COVID-19 vaccine. Evacuation warnings issued for parts of Santa Cruz County as storm nears. Source, Sarah Sanders running for Arkansas governor. Growing number of GOP senators oppose impeachment trial. Allergic reactions to COVID-19 vaccine. Biden to reinstate COVID travel rules, add South Africa. The next headlines are from the Daily Herald. Samsung Cyan Lee won't appeal prison sentence for bribery. Wizards fall to Spurs 121-101 in return from COVID-19 layoff. Antetokounmpo scores 27 points, Bucks beat Hawks 129-115. Bears future at tight end looks promising. Phase 1B of vaccination starts Monday, but accessibility questions remain. Defying CPS, Chicago teachers vote to refuse in-person work. Illinois reports 40 more COVID-19 deaths, another 3,292 cases. 2 dead after car fleeing police crashes in Aurora. NWS, winter storm expected to bring 6 to 9 inches of snow starting Monday. No injuries in early morning North Aurora townhouse fire. The next alerts are from the Global Disaster Alerting and Coordination System, a cooperative effort from disaster managers worldwide. Drought is ongoing in Albania, Bulgaria, Greece, Lebanon, the Republic of North Macedonia, Syria, Turkey. Drought is ongoing in Madagascar. Drought is ongoing in Algeria, Morocco. Drought is ongoing in Mexico, United States. Drought is ongoing in Georgia, Kazakhstan, Russia, Ukraine. Drought is ongoing in Argentina, Bolivia, Brazil, Peru, Paraguay, Uruguay. Green alert for Tropical Cyclone 1321. Population affected by Category 1, 120 km per hour, wind speeds or higher is 0. Green earthquake alert, magnitude 5.5 m, depth 10 km, in Antarctica January 24, 2021, 12:14 UTC, no people within 100 km. Green earthquake alert, magnitude 5.8 m, depth 10 km, in New Zealand January 24, 2021, 5:47 UTC, no people within 100 km. Green earthquake alert, magnitude 5.8 m, depth 110.82 km, in Argentina January 24, 2021, 0:07 UTC, 7,570,000 people within 100 km. You are hearing the No Views, daily automated podcast news. Today is Monday, January 25th in the Greenwich Mean Time zone. Headlines here were found today in news feeds from around the world, but we do focus on the USA, one of the world's current 195 countries. Now, more news. The next headlines are from Cypher Brief Security News and High-Level Analysis. Is it time for a new policy toward North Korea? A Cypher Brief Debate. The next headlines are from ABC Houston. Today's front won't bring much of a cool down, here's what it will do. Trapped for 2 weeks, 11 workers rescued from China gold mine. Houston leads the way as a top metro for minority-owned startups. Looking back on deadly blast that rocked Houston 1 year ago. Carnival Cruise Line extends U.S. trip cancellations through April. Registration for Galveston County's COVID-19 vaccine clinic opens Monday. Group calls for Texas politicians complicit in Capitol riot to resign. Former home security tech admits to hacking into customer surveillance cameras. Victim said he fought 3 armed robbers who followed him into his garage. Walk and talk therapist takes mental health help outdoors. The following headlines are from China Post, top news about China, Taiwan and the world. 49ers take bigger role at Leeds after raising EPL club stake. 9 workers found dead in China mine explosion, toll now 10. Ubger survivor Grace Tame named Australian of the Year. Hong Kong entrepreneur launches bean curd and soy sauce desert. Wei Can-chow confident in Taiwan's efforts to contain pandemic. The following headlines are from The Gothamist. Coronavirus statistics, tracking the epidemic in New York. Extra, why vaccines alone aren't enough. Bronx State Senator backs 2 mayoral candidates in first-ranked choice voting endorsement. Coronavirus updates, new CDC director doesn't know how much vaccine US currently has. Confusion and mass cancellations of vaccine appointments in NY as supply dwindles. Staten Island Autonomous Zone bar owner won't be prosecuted for allegedly driving into sheriff's deputy. Feds charge NJ gym owner for allegedly punching cop at Capitol riots. Ask an epidemiologist, what do new COVID-19 variants mean for my daily life? We hope you are enjoying this podcast. If you have a suggestion for a new RSS feed we should add, please leave it in a comment on our YouTube page. Next, info on a few earthquakes today from earthquaketoday.com. Light earthquake, M4.9 quake has struck near Ishigaki in Japan. Light earthquake, 4.3 mag strikes near Ulankinbin in Svalbard and Janmayen. Moderate earthquake 5.5 mag, 23 kilometers south by southwest of Kakapo, Papua New Guinea. Moderate earthquake, 5.2 mag was detected near Ishigaki in Japan. Light earthquake, 4.2 mag was detected near Turdan, Mongolia. Minor earthquake, 3.23 mag has occurred near San Antonio in Puerto Rico. Moderate earthquake, 5 mag strikes near South Sandwich Islands region. Minor earthquake, M3.29 quake has struck near San Juan in Puerto Rico. Light earthquake, M4.4 quake has struck near Colchany in Bolivia. Moderate earthquake, M5.4 quake has struck near Cruz Bay in U.S. Virgin Islands. The next headlines are from blacklistednews.com. Smart homes can easily be hacked and most Internet of Things devices don't have any security standards. Teachers union berated Trump for reopening schools, now it's praising Biden for doing the same. 181 dead in the U.S. during 2-week period from experimental COVID injections. U.S. forces choppered into Syria 24 hours after new commander-in-chief takes power. Californian dies hours after getting COVID-19 vaccine, prompting probe. Not as green as you think, global F-push sparks cobalt chaos. Homeless in Germany offered futuristic coffin-like pods to sleep in. Another mega-group spy scandal, salmonage, sabotage, and a SolarWinds hack. U.S. Defense Intelligence Agency buys your smartphone location data from brokers. The following headlines are from Snopes, a fact-checking service. Trump shuns ex-president's club and the feeling is mutual. Did Fox News' Pete Hegseth say germs are not a real thing? Did Senator Tom Cotton falsely claim to be an Army Ranger in Afghanistan and Iraq? Police car drives through crowded race, injuring 2. Is there a petition to change a Scottish airport's name to Joe Biden International Airport? Did the Washington Post remove a quote that painted Kamala Harris in a bad light? States eye allowing concealed carry of guns without a permit. Trapped for 2 weeks, 11 workers rescued from China gold mine. We are now about 2/3 of the way through today's news headlines. When everything is working, this feed will auto-update 3 times per day. Join us daily to stay informed. The next headlines are from the Daily Beast. Burns Night, the Scotch holiday we all could use right now. Helsinki has a cathedral perfect for book lovers. How a little book about hating men sparked a firestorm in France. Left tells Biden to kill the death penalty already. Japan wants to throw COVID-19 patients in jail if they refuse to go to the hospital. Tucker Carlson's dad's anti-trans crusade against grifter Elizabeth Carmichael. GOP snowflakes whine about unity as they try to kneecap Biden. Explosive U.S. case claims Mexican general told cartel, 2 F-word you guys over they need an order from me. He trains cops, his jiu-jitsu family has deep ties to the far right. Millions of vaccine doses are MIA, and feds aren't sure why. The next headlines are from the New York Post. Emmanuel quickly shines through massive NICS disadvantage. California may have its own highly contagious homegrown COVID-19 strain. Rangers need so much more from Igor Shesterkin. Knicks furious rally not enough against Trailblazers. Rangers holding their breath over Philip Chittle injury. You're tuned to the No Views, daily automated podcast news. If you are hearing this, you found something super unknown. Congratulations. Now back to the headlines. The next science headlines are from CBS News. SpaceX launches Falcon 9 rocket with record 143 satellites aboard. SpaceX launches a record 143 satellites. China's massive Eye of Heaven telescope now open to international scientists. Atmospheric river means massive snow coming to the west. Biden making environmental issues and climate change a priority. Gottlieb fairly confident that new Brazilian virus strain is in U.S. Doctor explains the challenges of vaccinating the American population. Staying vigilant, the latest on COVID-19 variants and vaccines. States scramble for more COVID-19 vaccines, new concern over contagious variant. Documentary shines light on Wuhan lockdown. The next headlines are from the New York Daily News. Advocates make renewed push for death with dignity legislation in NY. 18 NYC council candidates to inform NYers on ranked choice voting. Nashville attorney's license suspended after he offers advice to battered woman on how to make murder look like self-defense. NYC building construction took a big hit in 2020, down nearly 30%. $1 billion project to rebuild Lenox Hill Hospital on Upper East Side would ruin character of the community, opponents say. Laundry bees that serves most NYC hospitals is putting employees at COVID risk, union says. Mexican President Andrés Manuel López Obrador tests positive for coronavirus. Former TA worker forced female traveler to bare her breasts in fake security check. Disney World worker calls 911 for Pennsylvania woman in domestic violence situation. Trump worst president ever banner seen as plane flies near Mar-a-Lago. The following headlines are from military.com. Navy SEAL sentenced to 10 years in choking death of Green Beret. Fort Hood top enlisted leader reinstated after probe finds no proof of unprofessional language. New SecDef Lloyd Austin's first foreign leader call went to NATO chief. You shouldn't be calling yourself a ranger. Tom Cotton's military service is under scrutiny from a fellow Army vet in Congress. Baghdad blasts expose gaps in Iraq's strained military. Biden orders review of domestic violent extremism threat. China law empowers Coast Guard to use force amid disputes. Illinois National Guard's latest mission, help vaccinate Chicago area from COVID-19. Air Force offers early outs, pushes more toward reserve amid record high retention. Screenwriter Walter Bernstein dies at 101. The next headlines are from the Chicago Tribune. Two brothers describe allegations of abuse by the Reverend Michael Flegger. I'm not carrying this burden, not one more year. 5-year-old girl, 26-year-old man shot in Gresham. Archdiocese of Chicago announces more parish merger Saturday amid financial pressures. Chicago Teachers Union authorizes collective action to remain remote, but some students may return to school February 1st as negotiations continue. 5, including pregnant woman, fatally shot in Indianapolis. Winter storm warning issued for Monday afternoon as 5 to 8 inches of heavy, wet snow expected. Coronavirus in Illinois updates, 3,292 new confirmed and probable cases of COVID-19, 40 additional deaths reported Sunday. COVID-19 in Illinois by the numbers, here's a daily update on cases, positivity rate and hospital data in your area. COVID-19 cases in Illinois by zip code, search for your neighborhood. Illinois COVID-19 vaccine tracker, 1,636,775 doses delivered, 681,473 administered, average 27,776 given a day. The following headlines are from phys.org. Nanomedicine's crown is ready for its close-up. Microbes fueled by wind-blown mineral dust melt the Greenland ice sheet. Global ice loss increases at record rate. Texas coast uses Christmas trees to rebuild storm-ravaged dunes. SpaceX rocket deploys record-setting cargo. Women influence co-evolution of dogs and humans. Study demonstrates interconnectedness of Arctic and North Pacific on multi-millennial timescales. Czech trainers teach dogs to sniff out COVID. Chileans receive mistaken tsunami warning following Antarctic quake. Thank you for listening and for staying informed. This audio was produced today, Monday, January 25th, in the GMT time zone. The next headlines are from the Seattle Times. Greece, France to sign $2.8 billion fighter jet deal. Russia confirms it won't appeal Olympic team restrictions. German business confidence drops more than expected. China tackles pandemic with mass construction once again. The following headlines are from MercuryNews.com. From NFL to EPL, San Francisco 49ers expand their global reach with Leeds United. Word Game, January 25th, 2021. Horoscopes January 25th, 2021, Alicia Keys, think before you act. Bridge, January 25th, 2021. Ask Amy, I married a woman I didn't want, and it didn't turn out like I thought it would. Harriet Cole, I met a psychic in the produce aisle and what she said shook my world. Miss Manners, what's the new rule about makeup? Dear Abby, we cannot stand his new wife, do we have to accept her? Reigning champion Chiefs win AFC Championship, are returning to a Super Bowl. Tom Brady guides Buccaneers to Super Bowl with NFC Championship game win. The next headlines are from the Washington Times. Murder-suicide suspected in deaths of 4 family members. Austria stops man trying to smuggle in 74 chameleons. Engine maker to close 300-worker Memphis plant. The next headlines are from The Intercept. Money and politics could doom the Florida panther and the Endangered Species Act. Toxic chemicals threaten humanity's ability to reproduce. This is No Views, daily automated podcast news. You are hearing headlines for Monday, January 25th, 2021. Now more. The next headlines are from Eureka Alert. Childhood cancer survivors are not more likely to terminate their pregnancies. Despite some advances, women still face disparities of the global burden of stroke. COVID-19 warnings were on Twitter well before the outbreak of the pandemic. Fine-tuning first responder immune cells may reduce bee damage. Efficient solid-state depolymerization of waste PET. Mental health is important to overall health and heart disease prevention and treatment. The next headlines are from the Chicago Sun-Times. Man critically hurt in West Pullman hit and run. Man arrested, teen girl cited after reported assault on near North Side. Montrose Avenue entrance ramp to Kennedy Expressway reopening Monday. Chicago outdoors, fish out of water, shedding bucks, Jack Arisman, Abu Garcia. Verizon employee convicted of downloading sexual images from customer's phone in Huntley. Man arrested after police chase in Northwest Indiana. Car, body found in Des Plaines River. Horoscope for Monday, January 25th, 2021. Barricade situation in Little Village and safely, police. Old, Brady, Young, Mahomes, different Super Bowl awaits. The next headlines are from Detroit Metro. UK coronavirus mutation spreads to Wayne County, more people linked to University of Michigan. You are hearing today's news headlines. These headlines are for Monday, January 25th, 2021. Now more. The next headlines are from the Houston Press. These Houston restaurants are offering romantic takeout options this Valentine's Day. It's time for fan conventions to ban MAGA. 4 thoughts on the legend laid in Houston Sports Hall of Fame's class of 2021. Sally Edmondson reprises her Governor Ann Richards role on film. This week in Houston food events, epic anniversary dinners at 2 of Houston's finest spots. Alexandria sat on the particular brilliance of a garden of peace. The next headlines are about world records making news. Niagara Falls Guinness World Record Museum contends to go up for auction, the Indian Express. Busted, Season 3 sets new Guinness World Record with smallest printed in a magazine, soon be. So close, Jim Walmsley misses the 100k world record by 11 seconds, Yahoo Eurosport UK. Krauser opens 2021 season with world record, whole hog sports. Raw Est shatters track record for men's 5,000 mad speed skating World Cup, Xinhua English News CN, Xinhua. Slate's open thread for the week of January 25th, Slate Magazine. SpaceX sets new world record, ABP Live. Orlando teen juggles his way into Guinness records, News 13 Orlando. 2 dogs from California just set the world record for most tricks performed in a minute, CNN. Mexican Alejandro Lemus breaks free diving world record in Yucatan cenote, the Yucatan Times. The next headlines are from Gizmodo. Hacker group reportedly leaks sensitive data of 2.28 million people registered on dating site Meet Mindful. Tesla sues ex-staffer for allegedly stealing proprietary software code. Apple, if you have a medical device, keep it a safe distance away from the iPhone 12 and MagSafe accessories. FBI says far-right militia used Facebook Messenger to coordinate attack on Capitol building. This lengthy video essay is a fascinating exploration of haunting of Bly Manor. This is Alex, the first Antarctic penguin born in Mexico. Godzilla vs. Kong's epic first trailer launches a Clash of Titans. Sunday's best deals, Vizio 50-inch 4K Smart TV, ring light webcam, iDoCare K beauty products, Mophie power banks, Flixisport gaming desk, and more. Developing algorithms that might one day be used against you. Stock up on masks for the whole family for up to 76% off. What place in the world had the hottest and coolest temperatures today? According to ElDoradoWeather.com, the hottest place on Earth in the past 24 hours was Algrabies Falls in South Africa at 108.86 degrees Fahrenheit or 42.7 degrees Celsius. The coldest recorded weather temperature on Earth in the past 24 hours was Tejayaltaya in Russia at minus 67.54 degrees Fahrenheit or minus 55.3 degrees Celsius. The following headlines are from Ars Technica. Godzilla vs. Kong trailer is a Rock'em Sock'em monster mashup. A Curious Observer's Guide to Quantum Mechanics, Part 3, Rose-Colored Glasses. Review, Lupin updates classic French gentleman thief for the 21st century. SpaceX launches 143 satellites into orbit, most ever, updated. Is this a fossilized lair of the dreaded bobbit worm? The following headlines are from Raw Story. You're out of order, interview with Trump campaign official breaks down over insurrection excuses. Impeachment officer details the case against Trump as the second trial begins. Will cops caught in Capitol attack finally motivate police chiefs to purge their ranks? Watchdog asks. Kevin McCarthy faces the same battle as Paul Ryan and John Boehner in fractured GOP, report. Sarah Sanders to run for Arkansas governor. Trump supporters are threatening lawmakers as the second impeachment approaches, report. Justice Department can still pursue charges against Manafort, Stone and Bannon after pardons, prosecutor. Guns and explosives galore, FBI arrests reveal weapons brought for insurrection at the Capitol. Republicans talk Trump out of starting the Patriot Party, Maggie Haberman. Chuck Schumer shuts down McConnell's attempt to stop Trump impeachment. The next headlines are from Mother Jones. Small-town America grapples with vaccine logistics. A year ago today, Trump said COVID would all work out well. Trump lead more than 30,000 times during his presidency, no wonder we're exhausted. New data shows that the NRA's Trump bump has evaporated. Dr. Deborah Birx says someone was feeding Trump parallel coronavirus data. Check out my new blog site. Another look at vaccinations. Coronavirus growth in Western countries, January 23rd update. For electric car makers, this battery breakthrough could change everything. The following items are today's top search results for the term neuroplasticity. Full text, assessment of pain and associated comorbidities, a survey of real-life JPR, Dove Medical Press. We are nearing the end of this broadcast. This report is for Monday, January 25th, 2021 in the GMT time zone. What cities are in that time zone? Well, Reykjavik, Iceland, for one. You might wonder if our server is in Reykjavik. It could be. The following is from the UFO Chronicles. 2020, a year of UFO news almost too strange to believe. That's it for now. Thanks for enjoying today's newsfeed headlines. This, indeed, has been a No Views, daily automated podcast newscast for Monday, January 25th, 2021. Bookmark us and tune in each day to our free automated podcast to find out what's going on in, around, and, sometimes, light years, beyond the Earth. About U.S. Fair Use Statement. True Strange News is a U.S.-based educational not-for-profit news site. We use only parts of content, in transformative ways and without market usurpation. This means you are still going to want to read the original if you are interested in it beyond the headline and any comments we make. We provide links to original sources wherever possible. If you have any copyright concern, please contact us via our About page for immediate remedy. Contact us, Zeno at XENOMAILS 2021 by True Strange News. All rights reserved.